Everyone students, and welcome back to the class after half yearly examination. This is the very first chapter we are going to start today, and the chapter we have is integers, where we'll discuss about the integer, we'll understand the meaning, we'll see some applications of the integer, that is how we are using these numbers in the daily life, and we'll take some questions from the book also to have the understanding of this concept. So I hope you'll find the interest in the class today. Let's start with the class now. So here we have integers, and I hope you are able to see the number line. So on this number line, numbers you are able to see, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you see 0 to next number means 0 onwards, 1, 2, 3, 8 till infinity, that is no end we have. We know 1, 2, 3, they are basically natural number. This we have already understood. So these are natural numbers starting from 1 to infinity, 1, 2, 3, 4. With the natural number, if you include 0, then what happens? It becomes the whole numbers that we have already understood in the previous classes. So 1, 2, 3 and all natural numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3 whole numbers. And if along with this, so overall now you are able to see the whole numbers on this number line. Okay. Now along with this, if I add the negative numbers, that is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on, that is now we have whole numbers already, that is in the 0 and onwards number, that is right hand side. And now before this, if you go on adding the negative numbers, -2, -3, -4 and so on, so such that the 0 is at the mid, that is center. 1, 2, 3 onwards we have positive numbers, no doubt. So this side 0 onwards we have numbers which are positive. Left to this 0 we have the numbers in negative. Okay, so if you take the collection of all these numbers together, that is positive numbers 0, which is neither positive nor negative, and the negative numbers together, it basically form the integers. So we can have positive numbers, we can have negative numbers, we can have 0, and the collection of these numbers basically called integers. That is the very first thing we need to understand here. So we can say even natural number is the integer, because in this group of the integers we are able to see the natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 and all. Whole number is also integer. Yes or no? All the whole numbers are integers, because you can see this group also we have, and this integer 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes or no? So we can say every natural number is an integer, every whole number is an integer. Yes or no? And other than this, we have negative numbers also within this group of integer. So that is simple meaning we have. So the fraction numbers will not be taken in this integer form, but yes, positive numbers, negative number and 0 are included within integers. So that is the first thing we need to understand here. So based on this, we can say that every natural number is an integer, no doubt. That is the first thing we have understood, because in the group of integer we have natural number. Every whole number is also an integer, no doubt. Yes or no? But every integer may not be natural or whole number. That is also possible. So I hope you are able to understand this statement, and let's take the example to understand this also. So very first, I hope you understood this number line, positive this side, right hand side, negative this side, and center we have 0. Now this statement is given every natural number is integer. That's true. If I say 3 is a natural number and an integer also. If I say number 8, it is a natural number, it is also an integer, no doubt. Okay, every whole number is also an integer. 0 also is a whole number and it is also in the group of integer, so that's true. 5 is also a whole number and it is also an integer, that's true. So every whole number is an integer, no doubt. Okay, but here the statement is every integer may not be a natural number or whole number. Yeah, that's true. If I say -3, -3 is an integer, because we understood the negative numbers are integer including the positive numbers and 0. So -3 is an integer, but you know -3 is not a natural number. Yes or no? So -3 is not a natural number. -3 is also not a whole number, but yes, -3 is an integer. Okay, same like -5. If I say -5 is an integer, we understood, but -5 is neither the natural number nor the whole number. So this is statement, I hope it is very clear to you. And now moving to the next, that is, if we have the integers, then we can say on the number line we are able to see positive integers and we are able to see negative integers. Yes or no? So positive integers like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, these are all positive integers we have. -1, -2, -3, -4 are all negative integers, and we have understood on the number line, if 0 is at the center, this side we have negative integer, this side we have positive integers. So they are the two different types of the integers, we can say, positive and negative. Right to the 0 we have positive integers, left to the 0 we have negative integers. I hope you understood this much. And now taking the next thing is, if we have the number line 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3 and so on this side and so on this side. So here one thing we know, 3 is greater than 2, no doubt. 3 is greater than 2. 1 is greater than 0. Yes or no? So if you move this side from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4 all, you'll see the number increases. That is, the number in the right hand side is always greater than the number in the left hand side. So 3 is in the right, 2 is in the left. So 3 is greater than 2. Now if we compare 2 and 1, 2 is in the right, 1 is in the left, 2 is greater than 1. So we can write this also. If I compare 1 and 0, 1 is in the right, 0 is in the left, again 1 is greater than 0. And even if you come this side, then in that case also, here -1 will be greater than -2. That you have to remember. So if we put a negative sign, minus in front of the number, so more is the value, that is more is the number you are able to see, less will be its quantity, we can say. Okay, so in general, if I say -1 and -2, if you compare both the numbers, again -1 is in the right, -2 is in the left, so -1 is greater than -2. If I compare -3 and -2, which is in the right, -2 is in the right and -3 is in the left, so this will be greater. So here we need to understand that if we have negative integers, then the number which is having more value in the sense 2 is greater than 1, but once you put the minus sign, then -2 becomes less than -1. So in negative it is just opposite, we are able to see. In positive it is the other way, that is 3 is greater than 2, 2 is greater than 1, something like. So if we compare all things together, we can say one thing, that if you are moving from left to right, then so whether you start from negative integer somewhere or you start from 0, you start from anywhere, on the number line, if you are moving from left to right, then always the number is in the right hand side will be greater than left hand side number. So that is always we have to remember. So even if I write down -7, -8, so you understood -7 will be greater than -8. Why? Because minus 7 is in the right hand side, minus 8 is in the left hand side. So I hope the picture of the number line is very clear. You are able to differentiate the positive and negative integers. You are able to compare also which number will be greater than the other. So always remember, left to right, always the number increases whether it is positive or negative numbers. Okay. So till now we understood that the integer is the collection of positive numbers, negative numbers including 0, and always when we are moving on the number line from left to right, the number increases, so whether it is positive number or negative numbers. Now to understand some examples of integers, means from daily life, how we can use the concept of integers in daily life, that we can understand with the help of some examples. So let's take example 1 very first. That is how we are using it in daily life, that is positive and negative numbers. Okay, so just take an example. We have the ground. So ground level we have, that is on the ground. If a building is made, okay, and let the height of the building is, for example, 20 meter. So we'll just write down height of the building is how much? 20 meter. So we'll express it in the form of a positive number. So we can say here we have positive number, that is plus 20 meter, or we just write on 20 meter. So plus sign is not to be shown, that is understood. It is 20 means plus 20. But if we dig the ground such that we'll go below the ground, and below the ground we have created the depth of how much? Let it be 10 meter. Okay, so and say it is looking bigger than this, let it be 30 meter. So if we take ground as the 0 level, so ground is at 0 level, above the ground we can take it as positive number. So if we are constructing something of some height above the ground, that height can be taken as positive number. So we can say here we'll express it in the form of positive integer. If you are going below the ground, now below the ground whatever height, the depth has been created, that depth can be taken in negative. So here we can say depth will be how much? That is, let it be d. So if I express this with d, that will be taken as minus 30 meter. So that is how we can use it. This number positive negative can help us to differentiate. If I just write on 20 meter height, so you understood we are talking about something above the ground surface. If it is minus 30 meter, means we are talking something below the ground surface, that is below the ground level, and in that case ground itself will be taken as 0. So here we understood 0 we are getting, positive numbers we are getting, negative numbers we are getting. So that is how the integers can be utilized in daily life, positive, negative and 0. Let's take another example to understand this integer, how we are using it in daily life, that is number 2. Now let's talk about the bank account. So in the bank account we maintain some balance. Okay, so just take an example. A person has an amount of 10,000 in his account, so that is 10,000 he has, and he withdraws total amount, how much? That is 10,000. So he has 10,000 rupees in his account and he withdraws all the amount, so that is 10,000 is drawn. How much left? So balance will be how much? 0. So here we can say he had some positive numbers, positive value of the amount in the account, that is 10,000. Once the withdrawal is done, now it comes to 0, that is nothing is there, that is nil. Now one thing we know, that the bank can charge some maintenance for the year. So let this is, so just take an example. For the maintenance the bank charges rupees 500. That is, just take an example. So the maintenance charge is 500, that is for 1 year, but the bank sees that there is nothing in the amount, no amount is there in the account of this person. So what will be done by the bank? That is, whatever balance he has, it will subtract that it will subtract the maintenance from the 0. So overall, the final bank account balance that will be shown to the bank holder or the account holder will be minus 500. So I hope you are able to understand. He has 10,000 in his account, and now entire amount has been withdrawn from the account. Now left is 0. So here we are able to see positive integers. Here we are able to see 0, that is also an integer. Now the bank has to charge the maintenance amount for the account, and let the charge is 500, but the bank able to see is that there is nothing in the account. So what is how the charge has to be taken? So what will be done by the bank? That is, it will make the balance as minus 500. So now the account holder will be able to see balance amount minus 500, that is in the negative. Okay, now here we are able to see integer which is in the negative. Now he deposits 1000 rupees, just an example. So after he is able to see that the bank account is showing minus 500, now he is going to deposit 1000. So what will be done? The final account balance will become how much? Now out of 1000, the 500 will be deducted because that was below the normal account balance. That's why now whatever he has submitted or deposited, that is 1000, out of this 500 will be deducted. So finally his account balance will be 500 only, that is positive. So that is how even the bank account, if you see the numbers you are able to see, it can be positive, can be negative, can be 0 also, and that is how all things can be done together. So in general, the integers has lots of applications because we need the help of sometime positive number, we need the help of negative numbers, and sometime we need the help of 0 also. So I hope you are able to see, but now if you have understood this, that is the meaning of integers and what are the different integers we have. Now let's take some questions to understand the chapter or the exercise, we can say. And very first, just take an example, compare. So the questions may come like compare the numbers which are given to you, and let's take the very first number which is given to you is 20 and minus 30. So here there is no doubt, this is minus 30 and this is 20. So if you try to see on the number line, it is understood 20 will be somewhere this side and minus 30 will be somewhere this side. So it is understood 20 is in the right hand side, minus 30 is in the left hand side, and we always know that the number in the right hand side on the number line is greater always. So it is understood 20 will be greater than minus 30. So this is how we can compare the positive and negative integers. Now if it is written 10 and minus 3, again we are able to see that is 10 will be somewhere here, minus 3 will be somewhere this side, very close to this. Again we are able to see this 10 is in right hand side, 3 is in left hand side. Right hand side number is always greater, so 10 will be greater. Let's take minus 7 and minus 10. Now we know that is, if we again see the number line, so for the comparison we can take the help of number line all the time. So you understood both the numbers are negative numbers, that is negative integers. So if 0 is here, minus 7 will be somewhere here, minus 10 will be somewhere here, no doubt. Again the number minus 7 is in right, minus 10 is in left, and we know the number which is in right is always greater than the number in the left. So you understood minus 7 is greater than minus 10. Okay, and let's take the last one, that is minus 15 and 0. So you understood minus 15 will be somewhere here, 0 is there. So again minus 15 is in left, 0 is in right. So if you compare both the numbers, it is understood right has to be greater than left. So it is understood 0 has to be greater than minus 15. So this is how we can do the comparison of the integers, positive integers, negative integers, and positive and negative or zero, all things can be compared. With the help of number line we can do it very easily, so that you have to remember all the time. Okay, so I hope you are able to see the numbers on the number line properly, positive and negative, and you are able to identify also. Let's take some questions from the exercise for today, that is exercise 6.1. sorry. Okay, just takes few questions to understand the exercise given to us. So the very first question, first and second are very simple, that you can do yourself. We will go for number 3, and the question is represent the following numbers on number line. So to show on number line, so the numbers which are given are plus 5. So let me write down all the numbers very first. Minus 10, plus 8, minus 1, minus 6. So minus 1 and minus 6. So I hope it is very easy to show these numbers on the number line, and always remember, when we have to show the number line, the line should be straight and division should be equal, otherwise the number line will not have that much of sense. So very first we are able to see the, if we mark 0 here, then the positive numbers maximum we have 8, so we must have 8 numbers this side. So let's start with this, and we must take the equal divisions for this in the notebook. Okay, so after 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is already expressed now. So plus 8 is done. Okay, so this is done. Now we have plus 5. Here we have already seen this is plus 5. So let's write down. Okay, C is this, that is 8. 5 is which one? A. So here it is A. Then we have any positive numbers? No. Now we have rest 3 negative numbers, and the maximum negative numbers we are able to see is 10. So we must have 10 numbers this side. So let's see if I will be able to fit. Yeah, I can do it. So very first do it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 10. So this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10. So that we can write down also. If the things are very congested, then you can write at the top and the bottom. Now what we have, minus 10, and minus 10 is here itself, that is your B part. This is done. Then we have minus 1. Minus 1 is here. Which part is this? D. And then we have minus 6. You are able to see here itself, that is E. So on the same number line we are able to see the different numbers, positive and negative integers. So I hope you are able to understand the integers, positive and negative, not so difficult. And let's move to the next question we have from the exercise. Okay, so let me see which question should I take now. Now question number 5 I am taking. This is data is given to us. So very first, one side it is written place, another side it's written temperature. Okay, now the statement is, that is the name of the state we have, 1, then second, then we have third, sorry, then we have fourth, and the last one. So name of the places are given, another side temperature is given in the statement form, that is 10 degrees Celsius below 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, then 2 degrees Celsius below 0 degrees Celsius, then we have 30 degrees Celsius above 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, so then 20 degrees Celsius above 0 degree Celsius, and the last one is 5 degree Celsius below 0 degree Celsius. So we have to show this temperature with the help of numbers. So the statement is given to us. So very first, so they are the name of the places, and now the side temperature is given in the form of this statement, and in the last column we have to write down the temperature with the help of positive or negative integers. So it is understood when we are talking about the temperature, so 0 degree will be, we can say, the reference you know, from where we start the measurement. So if you go above 0 degree, it will be taken as positive, that is temperature will be in positive. If you go below 0 degree, temperature that will be taken in negative, that is minus. So that is how temperature can also be shown in the form of positive and negative integers, taking the 0 as the reference point or the point from where we start the measurement. Okay, so it is understood above 0 will be always positive, below 0 will be negative, the temperature will be written as positive or negative. So here we are able to see 10 degrees Celsius below 0 degree. So below means it should be negative, that is 10 degree negative, that is minus 10 degree Celsius. So only we have to put minus because it is 10 less than 0 degree. Okay, 2 degrees Celsius below, again below means it should be negative. So how much negative? Minus 2 degrees Celsius. So if I don't write the statement here 10 degrees Celsius below 0 degrees Celsius, if I just write down temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius, that is very much understood, that is temperature is 10 degrees Celsius below 0 degrees Celsius. That is how the integers can help us in daily life. Okay, and that is having lots of significance. Now 30 degrees Celsius above 0 degree. So above, you know, that should be positive, so it will go up. So always remember, we are talking about above, we are talking about below. So above will be in positive, below will be negative. So we have 30 degree above, so it must be just 30 degrees Celsius, or we can write down plus, otherwise not so important. Plus is understood all the time, so no need to show, otherwise if you are interested you can show also. 20 degrees Celsius above, again above 20 degree, so we can write down 20 degrees Celsius or just 20 degrees Celsius. 5 degrees Celsius below 0 degree, so again below means minus 5 degree Celsius. So we have completed this table, this was given to us, and this we have done ourselves, temperature in integer form. Now based on this, certain questions are asked, so I am not writing the question but I am giving the answer directly. That is very first, the temperatures to be written in the column in the form of integers, that is already done. Now based on this, the question is which is the coolest place where the temperature is minimum. So it is understood, if you talk about minimum, that is minimum number, so that is understood. Let's see the if you go below the 0 degree, then more is the value, that is more is the number, less will be its value, simple. So it is understood. For example, if we have if you compare all the numbers, that is if you talk about the coolest place, that is the temperature where it is minimum, so it is understood we have to see the negative numbers here. So here we are able to see minus 10 degrees Celsius, minus 2 and minus 5. So if we try to show these numbers, so minus 10 will be somewhere here, minus 5 will be somewhere here, and minus 2 will be somewhere here. Now out of this we know the place where temperature will be minimum will be nothing but minus 10, because in comparison of all these numbers, minus 10 will be the minimum or the smallest number we can say, because left hand side the number is minimum, right hand side the number is the greater one. Okay, so it is understood the place where temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius will be the coolest place, and that is where? In Siachen. So this is the coolest place we can say, no doubt, in comparison of all the places, because we are able to see positive, negative. So if you are talking about the minimum temperature, then just compare the negative, that is more than enough. Positive will be always greater than the negative numbers. Okay, then second question is write the names of the places where temperature are above 10 degrees Celsius. So we have to write down the name of the places where temperature is above 10 degrees Celsius. So above 10 degree we are able to see that is 30 degree, we are able to see 20 degree. So we can say Ahmedabad and Delhi having temperature above 10 degrees Celsius. So I hope based on the positive and negative numbers you are able to compare the numbers, which one is greater, which one is smaller. And for today it's more than enough to understand the integer concept, and you have seen some examples from the daily life how we are using the integers, and we'll continue this in the next class. This exercise is not done. We'll take more examples, more questions from the exercise to understand this exercise properly. So I hope you understood the concept, but still if you have any doubt, write down, we can discuss in the live class. For today it's done. Just take care. Thank you and Hari Om.